Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome in. How we're gonna do our weekly live stream. This is on both couple different sources, so come on in and rock with me. I don't know how the comments are gonna work, but we'll get to see. It's live. We're gonna talk about a couple things. First of all, we're just gonna say good morning and breathe for a second. Hope everybody rested well. Hope everybody got a real good night's sleep. And it's having the best day, best week possible. If it's not going your way, I hope that it picks up soon for you. You know what I'm saying? And starts to go that way. So, welcome in. We're going to talk about a few different things. I just had something happen this morning, but we're going to give it just a second. Like I said, breathe, jump in the comments, talk to me. How is everybody this morning? If you could press like, that'd be cool. What's up, Grism? Nothing, man. Just going to talk about a couple general things here in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Vibe out and then talk to you. Let's see. Good morning, Sean. Good morning, Dylan. What up, bro? Let's go. Everybody, I hope you can hear me well. Smash the likes, grab your membership. So, damn, I have been sick with a sore throat the last few days. Probably the first time I've been sick in fucking 3 years. Makes smoking hell. But either way, man, I'll tell you what, bro. What happened to me this morning, just a minute ago? I seen this post from this somebody I don't know. I got a lot of people I don't know on my Facebook and stuff like that. And it was like, how can I stand up when I can't even get off the floor? And I thought for a second, I try and be witty. I like to pride myself on thinking I'm witty. Anyway, I commented life alert and like didn't, not knowing the situation, not even knowing her. I get some hateful comments back. It don't bother me. I just laughed at them and didn't respond. But here's the thing. I say that to say I want to talk about a couple things. I'll set it up with another story. Not long ago, I had a loved one, an immediate family member, who just would overshare. She'd been oversharing for years. Like, I guess I kind of narrowed it down there, but she'd been just sharing everything. And I finally told her, yo, look, you got to stop doing that. You're letting people see where you're weak by sharing all your business and how you feel on everything. And people will use that against you. Most people will use that again. More people will use that against you than actually care about what you're saying. Does that make sense? Some stuff is better played closer to the vest. You know what I'm saying? It really is. For your own real life sanity, for the own real life situation, and also so you don't have some dumbass like me commenting on it with a funny joke when it's actually like a real serious matter for you. Maybe you should just keep that to yourself. Social media is not good for that. You feel me? It's not at all. Like, be careful what you share. Protect your peace. And what you post, what you put out there, most people are going to use against you, especially if it's exposing like how you feel about something, a weakness. People will use that against you in the future. It just is what it is. So just be basic, kind of generic. You know what I'm saying? Is what I would advise if you can't stay off of it. What's up, mustard? Mustard, y'all. I don't think that I can see the Facebook comments all the way, but it's all good. Brett, appreciate y'all. So yeah, be careful what you post, man. Be careful what you post. People will use it against you. And then you got to deal with people jumping in the comments. And really, it's not their fault. You opened that topic of dialogue up when you post that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? You make it everybody's business. whether you intended to or not, that is what you're doing. And it seems like you probably intended to. But either way, that's neither here nor there. It's just a good lesson to learn, a hard one for a lot of people. A hard one for a lot of people. I got my phone sideways today, so it's like a different setup. So I'm like not looking at the camera as much as I should be. It's weird. But uh so here's another thing I want to lean on, and this one we can talk about for a minute. You know, Hickerbilly has got conspiracy night. They think they do that a couple nights a week. And then everybody is into these big conspiracies. Everybody is worried about what's coming and what's happened and what the truth is and where the lies were told. I'm not saying I don't think some of that stuff might be true, because I do. But what I'm starting to see and think that maybe would keep everybody a little more grounded and a little bit more centered in reality is if we stopped giving so much of our time and so much of our mind and so much of our worry, our peace, to things we can't control. Stop doing that and put all that energy into the things we can. Right? Let's stop talking. I mean, I understand it's fun to talk about the things we can't control, but what good does it really do? For all our opinions and all our thoughts, we can't control it. So I feel like a lot of artists that are kind of in the same lane as me and people in general these days, really, and myself, I'm guilty of it, especially like with the politics and shit like that. Like I'm not political, but just the whole how it's so consuming, it's so polarizing. Like we can't control that, man. There's a few things we can control in life, and we need to start really worrying about those. And those few things are ourselves, our kids, and every other relationship in our life. Those are the things we can control. You feel me? Like, so I don't want to come on here. I've been guilty of coming on and talking about conspiracy this, conspiracy that, this, that, I'm saying, wild shit before too. And I still believe those things, but I'm going to start devoting my time on here with you to talk about things that we can control. That we can control. Just a little bit, like, for an example, on ourselves. One of the most important things for me that I had to learn when I started taking self-inventory and started trying to fix myself was emotional intelligence. The concept of emotional intelligence. And that is real simple. I'll explain it real quick. Emotional intelligence is 4 steps. One, it's recognizing when you feel an emotion. All right. So the minute I feel something up or down, whatever, sideways, whatever, I stop. I recognize what that emotion is. Why am I like, boom. Okay. I'm feeling this way. Then I recognize why I'm feeling that way. And then 2, I let it go and move forward. The third step to it is to recognize how other people are feeling. And the 4th step is to understand how you can affect that. So emotional intelligence was a big thing and for me and my growth. Because, as far as working on ourselves, we all come from what I would call like a broken system. And you hear that a lot. It's a term you hear very, very much these days, a broken home, a broken this, a broken that. But what does that really mean? You know what I mean? For me, it meant as great as they were being raised by women, which I didn't realize till later in life, like really that leads you to be kind of weak as a man in a lot of ways, and you got to fix those things on your own. But emotional intelligence was one thing I could fix about myself. So it was really dangerous because of the being raised by women things. But every relationship I had up until that point, like 5 or 6 years ago, just went to shit because I didn't know how to act. And I think there's a lot of people Beat the bub. Yeah, we have to. I think there's a lot of people out there who are like, you're struggling in relationships and maybe understand, like, can't figure out why things don't work in relationships and they aren't happy with themselves. Well, a lot of it starts with taking self inventory. A lot of it starts with recognizing, all right, how the system I came up in was broken, how that affected me, and how do I fix that? Because it's pretty simple. You can look up and Google anything, and it will tell you, like, it's all good. It's all good. I mean, either, bro. But yeah, that's a super important thing. So when we worry about the things we can't control, when we worry about things that are out of our power, it does steal our peace, whether we realize it or not. It definitely steals our time too, obviously. So we really need to start. A bunch of us need to start focusing on things we can control, putting that time towards those things. Your kids, you know what I'm saying? How you correct the broken system, how you correct the cycle. You should recognize how it affected you, change it, and then make sure it doesn't repeat that with the kids. Mustard. I can hardly talk, y'all. Any thoughts on the things we talked about the last 10 minutes? I've been rambling. You heard me? Rambling. Lord, I was born a rambling man. Yep. An angry life is a sad life. Yup. Yup. Yeah, there's no shit. I used to hear this dude, speaking of emotional intelligence, I used to like work at car lots and I worked with this dude named Lenny Gist. And I think he's still around. And Lenny would say, I'd be like, that pisses me off. That pisses me off for whatever reason. I get mad. And Lenny would be like, no, it doesn't. You're choosing to be pissed off. Nothing or nobody can piss you off. You choose to allow them to piss you off. And it didn't make any fucking sense to me for the longest time. I don't know about that, Thomas. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to work on my relationship with mine right now. I need to fucking message him. Yeah, see, I never had I don't want to get into specific details, but my biggest father figure was my grandpa Jim. And he was a super quiet man, you feel me? Hell yeah. Couldn't get up out of bed. Did he end up getting up and going, Nikana? Nikona? I'm streaming to 2 different platforms right now, so this is different for me. Uh, we won't be on too long with y'all. We just wanted to come talk about those 2 things, man. The internet's a tricky thing to navigate. Posting all your business, airing out all your laundry on there is not a good thing. It's not good for you. It opens up your business to everybody. Most people are going to take advantage of it if they can. Find a weakness in it. Well, it's a nice day for walking. It's a nice day for a walk. At least here it is. Guys, we do got the new music coming and everything like that. Just waiting on to get the features back. Yeah, my Papa Jim was real quiet. I should have spent more time around him than I did. He was really, like, literally, man. I only seen him say I love you like probably 10 times in my life to my Mimi in the morning when he'd leave for work, and I seen him cry twice maybe, and then he had Parkinson's, and so that kind of broke him down. But that was the biggest father figure in my life. But the strongest influences were my grandma. She was the strongest, and then my mom following. Like my mom, because the first few years of my life, I don't really want to talk about that right now. I was raised by my grandparents. And my mom always lived like we were close, like next door and shit. So that's what I do in mine. I feel that same way. Hey, my daddy, that's one of the really interesting things about my music. And I've said it like when I dissed the whole Adam deal, I was like, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna come back and say a bunch of shit that I've already said in my songs? because that's all there is. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like I've already aired out everything. And so that was something that I was glad that I had done. And I feel like felt like from the beginning was the only way to do this was to just be brutal and truthful to myself. You know what I mean? Yeah, Ali, can't stay on here talking forever today. Sore throat's killing me. It takes a village. It takes a village. Too much worrying about things we can't control, man. Too much worrying. And granted, the world seems uneasy, but I think for me, the way I found it, it's easier to deal with all the things going on because you don't have to focus on them or worry about them to acknowledge they're there. So the way I'd kind of deal with them is just with my faith, man. Like at the end of the day, God's still God for me. You know what I mean? And He's got me this far in life, and through a lot of shit. So I trust that His will be done. You feel me? What do you do for work? I was going to ask you, Michael. I know you said you're going around to job sites. I used to do a little bit of labor and yep, facts, Grism. God's still God at the end of the day for me. Like, and I'm a sinner. Don't get me wrong. I'm a fucking sinner. Forgive me, just, what I'm saying? Like that sentence itself, but all the time. But I think that well, I know if I died right now, I'll go to heaven. So, you know, hell yeah, you got your own company. I've done a little bit of drywall. Yeah, I sold cars for a good long while. And then when I got out, I got to get out of the car business because it was too. In fact, I worked my way up to like a general sales manager, but it was too fast of a life for me. You know what I'm saying? Too much downtime to kill, and I had to get out. And since then, I've done like electric. I used to build. We used to put up red lights, traffic signals. The electric company I worked for, M&M, we would do traffic signals, and that was a fun job. That was a big job. And then after that, I hung red iron, sheet metal. Yup. Yup. That was not for me. That they was walking them beams, putting down insulation. I'm saying when it's just the iron up, that was not for me. Tying in the iron, not for me. Too tall, be big for that shit. I'd use that as my excuse and just to get out there and do whatever. But man, I ain't really got a whole lot to say. Like I said, I haven't been feeling great. I just thought I'd jump on here and visit with y'all, man. Who do my videos? The first several I had done were by a guy in Tulsa named Wallace. And then I had 4 of them done by Bradwin DeVille. And then most recently it's been Aaron Sawyer, and that's what I'm continuing to use now. And he's got a real good deal out of Tulsa, a real good videographer. So, yeah. The visuals, man, you got. I feel like if you're going to do the music, you almost have to have some visuals. People want those videos. You know what I'm saying? So, ooh, I'm going to go take some cough medicine. Yeah, eat something. I'm hungry. Need some breakfast. Yes, sir. But I'm always, what I'm saying, I'm always open to new ideas and shit like that with the videos. I need to get my videos better, make them better. Mine are all kind of the same. But yeah, I'll holler at y'all, bro. I'll be back later.